You couldn't pay me enough to go deep sea diving. Hey kittens, it's Megan, and in this video I'm going to design and create my bullet journal spreads for the month of March. It took me over 6 hours to film the footage for this video, but I've never been happier with the result. I'm eager to share my monthly setup with you, so let's get started. The Kraken is the largest known cryptid that may have ever existed, and accounts of this creature can be traced back to the 12th century. Viking sailors would take turns on the night watch, praying to their gods that the creature wasn't waiting below the surface. In the daylight, it would have been possible to see large swarms of fish fleeing the creature as it approached, but in the darkness, there would be no warning. An attack from the Kraken would begin suddenly. Tentacles longer and thicker than the ship's mast would wrap around the hull, tightening until it shattered into pieces. Anyone who survived the initial onslaught would find themselves dragged into the depths, or even swallowed whole. An attack could last minutes or hours if the Kraken was in the mood to play with its food. Once satisfied, the creature would sink below the surface, and in its wake a whirlpool would appear. Any unlucky survivors or ships attempting rescue would be sucked into the abyss. Many scientists believe that the Kraken was just a giant squid, but the truth is, we have not explored the world below the surface of our oceans enough to be certain that the creature isn't waiting in the dark. I don't know about you, but I'm not about to go swimming in the ocean anytime soon. The color palette I used this month is limited to 2 watercolors from my Sakura Koi watercolor kit. It has the most beautiful viridian green, and I used varying amounts of water to achieve different shades. The second color I used was Van Dyke Brown, and I only used that on the ship to add some separation from the rest of the image. Watercolor is kind of tricky to get used to, but I find myself loving the process. I decided to keep things very simple for the calendar and added tentacles off to the side. I ended up studying a lot of smart octopus videos this month on YouTube to make sure that I got the movement right, and I really love how this turned out. The next page is my mood and sleep tracker. While I loved the art of last month, I wanted to go back to something simple this month, just to keep on top of things. To keep the lines crisp and make it look like the tracker was overlaid on top of the drawing, I used washi tape to block off portions of the paper, and I used the same technique through the entire setup. Following the mood and sleep tracker, we have my habit tracker. At the time of filming this video, I wasn't sure the 7 things I was going to be tracking this month, and I still do have a few days to decide. One thing I've noticed about tracking my habits is that I am more on top of maintaining my personal health and my mental health as well. My reading tracker has become one of my favorite spreads to use throughout the month. I keep things simple here and let the font be the focus of the page. You can find the link to the font I used in the description below. I didn't get nearly as many books read last month as I wanted to, but I have high hopes for this month. Due to COVID, a lot of my pre-requests at the library have been delayed, and I'm thinking that I might start to get some that were released in January and early February at the beginning of this month. The next page is one that I use to help me track my writing sprints. I've actually been redesigning the logs themselves, but I wanted to make sure that they had a place in my journal for the month. My writing goals are very important to me, and that carries over into the next spread of my journal, which I was unable to locate the footage for. I also lost footage for the last 2 pages of my setup, my medication tracker, and my YouTube video stats page. Unfortunately, due to the lost pages, that's it for my monthly setup, but you can still see the final pages here in my flip through. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you like my style, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you all in my next video.